This is the best part of my morning. Pouring some coffee. Let's journey together on how to lose all of our money. So the first thing you need to do is you need to find a bank or your wallet, one or the other, and just pull all your money out. And as you're pulling all your money out, just think about, what's the best way to lose money? And one of the best ways to lose money is just to go in your backyard and burn it in a barrel. So in order to lose all your money, you're really gonna need to get some of that kindling going, chop it up, then find a nice barrel. Go in your backyard, get that fire going. Then once you have the fire going, just pull out that hard-earned cash that you got, toss it in. Then you can sit back and watch. This is the best way that you can lose money. All right, well, that was the fastest way to lose any money. You could probably think of ways to lose it faster, but you know what? I am just really tired of all these people on the internet telling you how to make money so fast. Today, I'm gonna show you 8 ways to lose your money really fast. And if you fall into one of these ways, then maybe you should caution yourself. Maybe you should reevaluate, and maybe you should start a plan so that you're not losing your money so fast. So are you ready to take a journey with me today? All right, I think I'm ready. So what is that first well-known way to lose all your money? Well, I got a basket here and I have some eggs, really nice eggs. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our basket and we're gonna grab our eggs. And then we're gonna put all our eggs in the same basket. But what does this really mean when you're investing or using your money? What it means is don't put all your eggs in one basket, because if something goes wrong with that basket, the stocks that are in that one basket just go to zero. You have no diversification. What are different ways that you can do this? Well, this could be you dabbling in the stock market and you hear something like AMC, GME, Apple, whoever, whatever stock, and you grab all your money and you invest it right into that one basket. This also goes by sector as well. So it's not just one stock, but it could be one sector. So it could be cryptocurrency. That's one sector. You put all your eggs into crypto and you don't diversify into real estate. You don't diversify anywhere else. So one of the quickest ways to lose money fast, putting them all in that basket. Don't do it. The next thing that I'm gonna caution you against is leverage. So what is leverage? Well, that's taking out a loan against anything you're investing in.
Now, take away the whole principal residence that you're living in. Most of us don't have enough funds to buy our principal residence, so that's completely different.
But if you're buying something on leverage, then that means you're leveraging money to try to gain money. This could be you borrowing $10,000 to invest in a sector and then paying that back. It's never a good idea to borrow money that you don't have. And so many people did this back in 2017 and even early 2021, where they leveraged money from their home. There were people remortgaging their homes and dropping $300,000
like this guy
to buy more Bitcoin. Another way that you can leverage is called trading on margin. And what this really does is it leverages the amount that you've invested in. Let me tell you how this works. Let's say you buy a stock and you're leveraging it 100 times. So anytime that stock goes up by a percentage point, you are gonna gain 100 times whatever that percentage point is. Now, here's the dangerous part. When you leverage at 100 times, and you can leverage at 100 times, now, super dangerous. If it goes up quick, you're making all kinds of money. If it goes down quick, what happens is as soon as it goes down, they will cash out that stock, cash out that crypto, in order to make sure that whatever money that you've put in is liquidated. And you can be liquidated out of your position. Even if you leveraged 2 times and your stock went up by 2%, you would get 4% gains. But if your stock went down by 2%, you would lose 4%. Now you see how dangerous it can be if you go times 100. So your stock goes up by 1%, but you get 100% of your gains. Stock drops by 1%, you lose 100%. Make sense? All right, we're not gonna go too far into that. Don't leverage, don't borrow to trade.
They're just bad decisions. And some of you may not agree with me, but that's okay.
Don't look at cheap real estate. What does that mean? Well, sometimes when we think we're gonna make a whole bunch of money, we look for real estate that's really, really cheap. And a lot of times, the reason why the real estate that you're looking at is cheap is for a really good reason. It may not be a good idea to buy into that real estate because the market that real estate is in may not be able to produce any gains. And what ends up happening is you buy cheap real estate and you invest money into it thinking you're gonna gain back whatever you put into it. And actually sometimes you can't. Make sure not to buy cheap real estate. All right, our fourth one for today. I already did a video on it, but the quickest way to lose your money is to FOMO. This is the fear of missing out. And how often do you get into the fear of missing out? Maybe it might not be all that often, but usually this happens when you go into work and the cab driver on the way says,
Hey, did you hear about that new investment company?
What investment company?
Paradigm.
No, I haven't. What's going on?
It's gone up 500% in the last 2 months.
and you drop a whole bunch of money on it and it crashes. The fear of missing out is a psychological thing, and it impacts all of us. And it's something we have to be guarded against. It is one of the quickest ways to lose your money though. Don't jump in on the fear of missing out. Check out my other video here. I did a whole video on FOMO and 3 ways that you can guard yourself against it. Whatever it is, FOMO is not a good way to make money. It's a great way to lose your money. You know, we all have that friend. He talks about hockey a lot or football or sports. And then one day he comes into the office. All of a sudden James is like, hey man, I just got into this stock. Or I just got involved with this new investment. And the guy I'm investing with said that we're gonna be able to 1,000x our gains. We're gonna be able to make 1,000 times our money than what we put in. This is gonna make us millionaires. What do you think? You wanna put your money in with me? You're like, oh, I don't know, James. Man, this is legit. This is so good. I've researched this for so long, and this is just a really good place to park your money. Are you even investing yet? Dude! You need to invest your money. It's that one friend or any friend or colleague that just tells you you need to get on this quick. If you don't get in now, then you're not gonna gain any money, and I'm gonna be out buying boats and cars, and you're just gonna miss out. This kind of goes in line with FOMO, but this is when a close friend approaches you and says, hey, you should get in on this. Don't do that. It's a really quick way to lose your money. Again, make sure to do your own research. Don't jump in on things just because your friends say, and maybe even further than that, just because some YouTube guy says, hey, this is the next best thing. We should jump in on this. Let's move on to number 6. So I want to bring these to you from gobankingrates.com. Don't follow stock advice from seminars. What these stock seminars and these stock people end up advising you on is that they can beat the market, that they are better than what the S&P 500 can do. And that's just not true. Did you know that most advisors don't beat the market? And even Warren Buffett had a bet with one of the top hedge funds that his investment in Vanguard S&P 500 fund would beat a bunch of hedge funds that run hedge funds. So it was like hundreds of advisors up against Warren Buffett's one stock pick. What are some other things that we shouldn't listen to? Well, Facebook groups. Facebook groups on advice on how to buy stocks or what the next best thing is. You can go to those areas to see what different stocks might be interesting, but it's a surefire way to lose a lot of your money really quickly if you follow the advice of any of these groups, including Telegram groups, WhatsApp groups. No one can beat the market, and you need to be very suspicious if someone says that they can. Now, I want to warn you that the last two picks here are probably the most controversial, and some of you may even be like,
Nathan, you're totally wrong on this. I've made all kinds of money.
Number 7 is trading penny stocks. And what does GoBankingRates.com say about penny stocks? It says, whenever someone tells you that he made money trading penny stocks, 99% of the time, he lost money. The other 1% is when he made money, then lost them all in another stock. And penny stocks are one of the quickest ways for you to lose money. And the SEC defines a penny stock as a stock that's under $5. So you know what? At one point in time, Ford Motor Company was considered a penny stock, which is kind of crazy. Now I understand the risk reward in this and how, if you just invest $100 in a penny stock and it goes up by a couple pennies, that $100 can turn into $500 or whatever. I get the math, but a lot of times they have low liquidity, which means there's not much trading on that stock. So when you try to offload it, it's difficult to offload it. Another thing that ends up happening with penny stocks is that there are these people, these unscrupulous buyers that buy the stock and they pump it up. And they tell everyone, hey, you need to get into this stock. Hey, you need to get into this stock. They run Telegram groups. They run Facebook groups. And they say, hey, buy this stock, buy this stock. Buy it on Thursday, buy it on Thursday. And we got to hold on to it, hold on to it, hold on to it. And then you're stuck holding a bag of a bunch of penny stocks and you can't get rid of them and you've lost a whole bunch of money on them. You really need to be careful with penny stocks. All right, and number 8, which I know many of you, including myself a little bit, might be like,
No, you're stupid.
No, you're stupid.
Anyway, number 8 is taking it all and betting it on crypto. Now there's many people out there that have made a ton of money by taking it all and betting it on crypto. And there's just as equally as many that have lost a lot of money. But the thing is that those that have lost a lot of money don't usually make headlines. Usually it's the ones like the Winklevoss twins, that kid that bought a whole bunch on his birthday, bought like 1,000 Bitcoin on his birthday. There's those stories. Those are the stories that make headlines, where it's not very popular in headlines to be talking about those people that lost money. And what does GoBankingRates.com say about this? It says these markets are extremely volatile, with wide price swings of over 10% is extremely common. Not only that, but the industry is rife with shoddy practices, unethical activity, and outright scams. There's very little visibility for investors into many of these businesses and coin offerings. If you buy in, you better be able to lose all of the money you invest. You understand that, right? You better be okay with losing it all, because that could happen. That could happen in these investments. You really need to be careful. There was $8 billion in rug pulls this year. What that means is the original founders that founded the project ended up just leaving, pulling the rug from out from under everyone. And you came in and you were like, oh man, I got like $50, 70. I can't make my rent if I don't. But you know what? I think I'm gonna make some money on this. And then boom, it's gone, and then you can't pay your rent or whatever. These are the 8 fastest ways for you to lose your money. I hope you guys stuck around right to the end. Make sure to watch any of my other videos. Got one here. Make sure to subscribe below. I'll see you guys next week, right after Christmas. Crazy. All right, bye guys.